For successful implementation of Model 2 of ARHC scheme, website displays step-by-step processes involved which need to be carried out by public-private entities, followed by the approvals by states, union territories and MOHUA for shortlisting of entities for construction, operation and maintenance of ARHCs on their own available vacant land for 25 years. Website displays complete information on the EOI published by the MOHUA on 14th October 2020 for shortlisting of entities for construction, operation and maintenance of ARHCs on their own available vacant land for 25 years. Interested entities may download EOI document and then click on Apply button to submit their proposal. Entities may also view responses of the MOHUA against queries or clarification raised by the various entities before submitting their proposal for construction, operation and maintenance of ARHCs on their own available vacant land. Entity registration. Public-private entities may visit ARHC website by entering URL arhc.mohua.gov.in. ARHC website will display details of the published EOI in the EOI page section inside the tender menu. Public and private entities will be able to read EOI document along with its terms and conditions. Interested public and private entities will click on Register button to register themselves on ARHC website. During registration, entities will enter following details on screen. After submission of desired information, entities will click on Submit button to save record. On successful submission of record, system will send a registration confirmation link on the email ID entered during the registration process. After clicking on the confirmation link, system will display a screen to public-private entity to enter the desired password and to re-enter the password to confirm and save. On submission of the password, entity will click on the Submit button to prompt the system to save password against registered email ID of the entity. After successful registration of account on ARHC website, public and private entity will log in again from the registered email ID and password. After successful login, the system will display the home page of public and private entity along with the dashboard and report. In the center of the page, system will display details of published EOI in an active EOI tab. Entity may click on Add Application button, which is displayed against the published EOI. On clicking the Add Application button, system will display the screen below to the entity, wherein they may submit their application against the published EOI. On application form, entity will select state and city where they are submitting their proposal for ARHC project. System will give facility to entity to submit their application in two categories. Category 1. Single business entities, private public agency. Category 2. A consortium of business entities, consortium, partnership, joint venture, hereinafter referred to as consortium. If entities select Category 2, then they will upload signed copy of agreement in .pdf format. After selection of state, city and entities type, system will allow entity to upload desired document in .pdf format against each appendix. On uploading of desired .pdf against each appendix, entity will click on Save and Next button to allow system to save entry and open Next Appendix tab for the entity. Appendix 1. Upload signed copy of covering letter. Appendix 2. Upload signed copy of power of attorney for signing of application. Appendix 3. Upload signed copy of power of attorney for lead member of consortium. Appendix 4. For Appendix 4, the entity will submit following details in the format: role of each member including lead member, name of entities, parent company details, year of establishment and country of registration, registration certificate, GST certificate, contact details of each entity, name, mobile number, email ID. For Category 2, addition to above, entities will submit following details: Appendix 4. Entity will also submit details of contact person for this application. At the end, entity will click on Declaration Statement and submit place, name, designation and date of application and click on Save and Print button. After taking the print of filled-in Appendix 4 from the system, the authorized representative of the entities will sign the form and upload the signed copy against the Appendix 4 tab. Appendix 5. Entity will submit following details related to project for which entity will propose for ARHC: state, city, number of beneficiaries to be covered, categories of beneficiaries, whether beneficiaries are as per the ARHC's guidelines, project proposed on private land or public land, whether the use permission is required. After entering of basic details of project, entity will click on Save button. Appendix 5. After submission of basic details of project, entity will enter details like land area in square meters, basic FAR, FSI permissible, enhanced FAR, FSI permissible, FAR, FSI utilized, number of DUs, dormitories proposed, area of unit, built-up area and carpet area of DUs, dormitories, total built-up area in square meters, type of structures for DUs and dormitories, number of floors, number of blocks, number per floor, proposed project cost. Appendix 5. After taking the print of filled-in Appendix 4 from the system, the authorized representative of the entities will sign the form and upload the signed copy against the Appendix 5 tab. Appendix 6. Upload signed copy of financial capability of the entities. Appendix 7. Upload signed copy of form of bankers' insolvency from any nationalized banks, scheduled commercial banks or housing finance. Appendix 8. Upload signed copy of past 10 years of experience of entities. Appendix 9. Upload copy of indicative design of dwelling unit and dormitory. Appendix 10. Upload copy of work plan and methodology for ARHC's implementation. At the end, entity will submit the declaration and certify that the information submitted is correct. Interested entities may submit applications in multiple states and union territories by submitting individual application against each state and union territory. The system will provide a unique application ID against each submitted application. The entity can track their application status using application ID. On successful submission of each appendix, the system will change the dashboard stage from red color to green color.